The big idea behind the game is it's a big action adventure based upon part one of the Divine Comedy, which is like one of the sort of most influential works of Western culture, really. And we had the idea to sort of take Dante's brilliant vision of the afterlife and adapt it and sort of bring it to video games for a new generation. Over the centuries, a lot of artists have visualized Dante's Inferno. They've drawn maps, they've made paintings, they've made sculptures. It's very much like an artistic impulse to, visualize what he wrote because it was so descriptive. But, we're just kind of focused on trying to be true to the literature. When you make a game about hell, it's sort of like, I don't know, it's required that you really think about what would be the craziest, most twisted, most messed up thing you could do.
At the midpoint on the journey of life, I found myself in a dark forest.
So in the game, you play Dante, who is based upon Dante Alighieri, the poet who cast himself in the role of the poem. And so Dante's basically on a journey through hell. He's fighting for love. He's trying to get to Beatrice, and who's been sort of seduced. She's been murdered. You don't quite know why. She's been seduced by Lucifer and pulled into hell. And he's fighting through hell to get to her. What he realizes as he kind of like journeys through hell is that in fact it's less about kind of rescuing her and more about rescuing his own soul. He has to face kind of the sins of his past, and all the 9 circles of hell are themed after sins as they are in the poem. And we'll find that Dante kind of has a dark past that he has to reckon in the afterlife. So that's the big idea. He fights with this awesome, huge, badass scythe that he took from death himself. He sort of defies death, steals his scythe, and breaks into hell with it. He's also got a cross, this big honkin' metal cross that was given to him by Beatrice, who's the love of his life, and he uses the scythe and cross kind of in combination in a sort of highly responsive, fast-paced combat system. More than anything, we wanted to make a game that's just super entertaining, over the top, fast-paced, kind of loud, heart-pumping action, and we know that that's not the there's not a lot of action in the original poem, so that's a place where we've definitely adapted it pretty heavily and created a lot of conflict, a lot of action, a lot of drama that wasn't necessarily in the original poem, and we think that'll make it really fun and accessible in a way that will pique interest in the poem. There are 9 unique environments themed after those sins, unique characters, unique gameplay. And you can expect it to get, darker and darker as you go along. The game is being built at EA Redwood Shores, which is the same studio that built Dead Space last year. We got a lot of the same people on the team. If you like Dead Space, then you will appreciate the, kind of commitment to quality, the artistic achievement. One of the things we learned with Dead Space is that a long polish period, a long alpha to final period, real commitment to, quality is super important to customers and gamers, and without a doubt we're going to give the same level of attention to Dante's Inferno. We're inspired by everything from Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, God of War, Return of the King. We've got guys on the team that made Return of the King. We don't have a ship date announced right now. We know the game's probably due next year. We have a long polish period planned, so people won't be disappointed. It's going to be really dialed in and polished. With regards to online, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's definitely the focus is an offline experience. And the main thing I want people to know about the game is that we're sort of truly bringing this great literature to life. We're being faithful in a lot of really important ways. We're taking some liberties in some other really important ways to make sure it's true to the medium. But yeah, in terms of what's unique, we're just focused on doing what Dante imagined in that kind of medieval Christian epic poem and bringing that to life.